Hey, Ken Moon from Moonpie Creations. I just recently released the tri-winged bowl video here, and it came out pretty awesome. A couple of things I wanted to talk about with it, if we can. First of all, I want to say, I get a lot of people saying that I'm crazy for turning these large objects or ones that are knuckle busters and all that, but just realize I don't do anything that I feel that isn't safe. A lot of people are worried that I'm pushing the limits of what is safe, and yeah, I guess I am, but I'm not doing anything that I don't feel is safe. I turn large objects, but if I really feel unsafe, I'm not going to do it. I do have a respect for the wood and the lathe and the equipment I'm using, of course, and that's where a little bit of fear comes into play, because I am taking a 50-pound chunk of wood, putting it in a lathe and letting it go at 800 RPMs. Of course, I'm going to have a little bit of fear, but fear breeds respect. So I'm not going to do anything that's unsafe. So here it is right here, all finished up. You can see how large it is. It's probably the largest tri-wing bowl I've ever done. It was challenging, to say the least, as you saw in the video. A couple of things I had issues with, and the first thing being, I want you to know that when you make up a blank, you saw me at the end having to sand down the edges. I should not have had to do that on that sander, but they were very uneven. I should have evened those out before I turned the bowl, and by putting it through the table saw or on the joiner or something. I did not do that. I was too excited. I just wanted to get it going, as you saw in the video. So in the future, I'll end up doing that before I start turning the video. The second problem you saw me having was when I was trying to cut inside the bowl. The center post, I had to have the tail section pulled forward, and what that did was limit my range of my tool. I was using a 1/2 inch gouge, and I'm used to using a 3/4 inch or 3/8 inch gouge. And I got in there, I did overcome it, I brought it down some, cut it off, and then brought it down and then pulled the tailstock out of the way, and I could get the center. Okay. Another challenge I had was the outside. When you saw me doing a lot of work on the outside. I was having trouble because I crisscrossed the grains. This is end grain, this is side grain, but I flip-flop back and forth, so I have different types of grain on there, and it was hard to get a good clean finish. And when I cut it off, there was a small hole right there, and there are small holes that I'd filled but then came open. There's one right there, and there's one right over here. Now this isn't a big deal. They don't go all the way through. There's also one on the lip right here. See if you can see that right there. Okay, that's okay. Gives the bowl some character. Overall, I enjoyed turning this. It was a little bit scary, but that's what it's all about, and I'm just afraid that I would hit these little knuckle busters here. The last thing that I had issues with was parting it off. I ended up having to cut it with my flush cut saw, and that was just because there's no rim to hold on to, so I didn't have anything that I could cut it and hold on to it about. I encourage you to get on your lathe and try new things. Alright, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. Hit the thumbs down if you don't. If you got a comment on anything that I've done or I've said, go ahead and put it in the comment section. We'll discuss it. There is a bell right next to the subscribe button. If you want to be notified when I do release these videos, go ahead and hit that bell, because I have a couple of videos coming out. One of them is a milling up of a white oak log. You saw the first one of them, and I'll put that right up here. That was the first part of the log, and I turned an 18-inch blank from it, about 3 inches thick. The next video after that one will be me turning a 17.5 inch, 7 inch. It's going to be the largest bowl I've ever turned. I'm going to do a rough bowl out of it, and you'll be able to see that. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell and you'll be notified. All right, until next video, stay cool.